This game is brought to you by Atari. And our Tech Studios. Not to mention Renderware. Hello YouTube, and welcome to yet another new game on the Equals Peach channel. Of course, now we have to wait for it to load. No, it's not Wheel of Fortune. But rather, it is Jeopardy! For the PlayStation 2. And just recently, I also learned that this was also released for the PC in 2003, and it was called Jeopardy 2003. Cheers, alright.
Hi, folks. I'm Johnny Gilbert.
Hi,
Let's
Johnny
take
Gilbert.
care of a little business, then we'll get to our game.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna select normal game because I'm not eligible for the Tournament of Champions.
Normal game?
At least not yet.
So how many people out there?
Just me.
One player.
Yeah. This is okay. I'll stick with this. And now we're finally ready to play. Hello, Alex Trebek.
From the Sony Pictures Studio, this is Jeopardy!
It's an interesting graphic.
Thank you, Johnny, and welcome to Jeopardy! We've got a great game lined up for you.
Oh, I hope so. Ooh, two-letter words.
We've got some really interesting first-round categories for you today.
I hope so,
Let's
Alex.
take a look.
Oh, four-letter words.
words.
Not two-letter words.
Drop out. O-U-T in quotation marks.
Yeah, we get that, Alex.
Getting scientific.
Ooh. I like that.
World geography.
I don't like that.
Animal groups. And, to conclude,
Yada yada yada.
who said it?
Who said what?
Player one will begin with you.
Right. Actually, it's kind of awkward to begin with me since I'm not the returning champ, even. Let's go with four-letter words for 200.
This sound can be emitted by an auto horn or by a wild goose.
What is honk? Obviously.
Definitely.
Four-letter for four. How
From
fitting.
the Latin for kitchen, you literally cook ceramics in one of these.
What?
What is a kiln?
That's right.
Okay, player three.
Yada yada yada.
Four-letter words for 600.
Back to
During
four
the
letters.
American Revolution, this term referred to an American who favored the British side.
Take a look. Here's the right
A
response.
Tory? A Tory. Never heard of it.
Who said it for 200?
Well, finally.
An actor. Everybody wants to be Cary Grant. Even I want to be Cary Grant.
Who is Cary Grant? The only one I can think of. Whoop.
Yes.
Ha!
Player one, what'll it be now?
Let's go with getting scientific for two.
The pine and fir are among trees bearing pointed leaves called these.
Thorns.
What are needles?
Exactly.
Not the kind of scientific I was thinking of.
Player 3, you choose.
Let's try getting scientific for 400.
Back to scientific, I see.
Of up to 8,000, 80,000, or 8 million, the number of eggs one cod may spawn at one time.
What?
Here's what we were looking for.
8 million. Well,
Player 3, you're still in control of the board.
yeah, still, somehow.
Getting scientific for 600.
Nobel chemist Wilhelm Ostwald didn't believe in these, let alone their protons and electrons.
What are atoms?
Right you are.
Okay.
Player 1, it's your turn.
Let's go over to, getting scientific for 8.
It's the smallest number of cells a living organism can have.
What is 1?
Right, pick again.
Scientific for a grand.
From the surface of this innermost planet, the sun appears 2.5 times as large as it does from Earth.
What is this innermost? What is Mercury?
Hey, you got it.
Hey, I got it.
Hey, you're still up, Player 1.
Oh, that's nice, Alex. Let's go over to world geography for 2.
Marseille, this country's main seaport, is on its Mediterranean coast.
Marseille. It's Mediterranean coast. Huh.
What we were looking for was this.
France. World geography for 4.
The Casa Rosada, residence of this country's president, stands on the Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires.
Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires. What is Brazil?
No, and I am sorry.
Seriously, Alex? How can you be sorry? It's a Jeopardy clue. It was Spain, wasn't it?
Here's what we were looking for.
No, it was Argentina? Huh. Must have been thinking it had to have been Portuguese.
Natives of this large, colorful island call it Kalalit Nunat.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue.
You call that an island? Oh. Well, okay then. Come on.
Yes!
Oh, there we go. Got the money back. World free love that for 8.
And
Hey, daily double.
Daily double. Player 1, please make your wager now.
I'll bet it all.
Okay, here's the clue.
the KURIL Islands separate the Sea of OKHOTSK from this largest ocean.
Thanks be to the word largest. What is the Pacific Ocean?
Well done, yes.
On that note, I will go with World Geography for grade.
It's the capital of Spain.
Anyone?
Barcelona?
Take a look. Here's the right response.
Okay, it was Madrid. See, it was between Madrid and Barcelona for me. Who said it for 4?
A baseball legend. It ain't over till it's over.
Who is Yogi Berra?
Precisely. Pick again.
Well then. Proven many, many, many times. Who said it for 6?
A newspaper publisher. You furnish the pictures and I'll furnish the war.
The only one I'm thinking of is Joe McCarthy.
What we were looking for was this.
William Randolph Hearst. On that note, I will continue with Who Said It.
A comedian. My forefathers didn't come over on the Mayflower, but they met the boat.
No, hey, player two.
Who is Will Rogers?
Right.
Will Rogers. Any relation to
Player
Aaron
2,
Rodgers?
you choose.
I'm a Vikings fan.
I'll try animal groups for 200.
Well, okay then.
A group of kangaroos or of Girl Scouts.
What is a troop?
Correct.
Oh, I suppose.
If you would, player 3.
Animal groups for 400.
Leapin' lizards. A leap isn't a group of lizards, but of these felines that can't change their spots.
What is a leopard? No. What is a leopard?
Yes.
Player 1, your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll stick with animal groups for 6.
A group of hawks released by a falconer, or a group of actors performing in a play.
A falconer?
What is a troop?
Another troop?
Regrettably, no.
Okay. Better not be a troop again. Come on. Oh, hey, player 2.
What is a cast?
Correct.
Oh.
Player 2, you choose.
Makes way too
How
much
about
sense.
drop out for 200?
Rainbow and brook are types of this fish.
What is trout?
Oh, come on.
Very good.
I thought that
Okay, player
immediately
3.
after player 3 buzzed in.
Dropout for 400.
A rough idea of a proposed plan. H.G. Wells had one of history.
What is an outline?
Correct.
Player 3 is Canadian.
Player 2, your turn.
But we're dealing with player 2 now, so...
Drop
Don't know
out
why I said that.
for 600.
Bobcats, bears, and webelos are ranks of these.
What are Boy Scouts?
Right.
Really,
All right, player 3, what'll it be?
is Canadian.
Dropout for 800.
Just like Alex Trebek himself.
It can be a contest, as in boxing, or a period, as in illness.
What is a bout? No, not a bout. Just bout.
That's right.
True story.
Player 1, what'll it be now?
Animal groups for 8.
You might find a skulk of these animals near your hen house, trying to get in.
What are foxes?
Right.
Oh, I suppose.
Okay, player 3.
Dropout for 1,000.
Back to dropped out, eh?
Ms. Jackson is a song by this Atlanta rap group.
What is outcast? With a K.
Very good. Player 1, it's your turn.
Yes, let's finish animal groups. Thank you, Alex.
An assembly of plovers, or an assembly of churchgoers.
What is a congregation?
Correct.
Yeah, let's go over to who said it.
An early sex symbol. Between two evils, I always pick the one I've never tried before.
Wait a minute. Sex symbol. Is it the one I'm thinking of?
This is what we wanted.
No, I was thinking of Marilyn Monroe.
You're still in control of the board, player 1.
Yada yada yada, Alex, I get it. 4-letter for 8.
Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also this.
So,
What is reap?
oh, I suppose.
Yes, indeed.
And finishing off this round,
To incline, or to thrust the lance, perhaps at a windmill.
What is tilt?
Right.
Tilt.
Okay, that's all for the Jeopardy round. Now we'll take a look at the scores.
And I somehow have the lead.
Nice work, player one. You're in the lead right now.
Thank you, Alex. That doesn't happen a lot. So player 3 will begin the Double Jeopardy round.
Let's move on to Double Jeopardy.
Okay.
There are 2 daily doubles for you on this board, so let's get started.
Okay.
Let's get to the categories in Double Jeopardy.
Okay. Really?
State trees.
Didn't know that was a thing.
College football.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Connections.
What a category. Connections.
Let's eat.
Shall we? 10 years later.
10 years later. The final category is all creatures great and small.
I'm gonna have not
This
such a good
round,
time.
you start us off, player 3.
10 years later for 400.
What a category.
In 1959, he was president of the Screen Actors Guild. 10 years later, he was governor of California.
Okay, so not Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's all I know.
Who was Ronald Reagan?
Right, pick again.
Oh, I thought he was governor of Texas.
10 years later for 800.
In 1910, there were 46 U.S. states. 10 years later, there were this many.
What is 48?
Correct.
Hey, I'm up to
Player
10,400.
1, you choose.
Over 10,000! Where shall I go? Wait a minute, I don't want state trees for 1,600. Let's pick connections for 4.
He's the husband shared by Connie Stevens, Liz Taylor, and Debbie Reynolds.
Oh, that kind of connections? Jeez.
Who is Michael Wilding?
No, and I am sorry.
Is it Michael Jackson?
Here's what we were looking for.
Eddie... What? How did they expect me to know Eddie Fisher? Alright, 10 years later for 12.
In the 82-83 season, 60 Minutes was the #1 rated TV show in the United States. 10 years later, this was #1.
You do realize that I was born in 97, right?
What we were looking for was this.
Still? Well then. Did not know that was a possibility. Great and small for 4.
The eastern diamondback species of this snake may reach a length of 8 feet.
What is a rattlesnake?
Exactly.
Great and small for 8.
To put things in perspective, this colorful whale and largest mammal has a heart the size of a VW bug.
AKA a Volkswagen Beetle. That would be the blue whale.
Very good. You pick again.
Great and small for 12.
It's the nosy critter, also known as an ant bear.
The nosy critter. You sure it's not an anteater?
What is the giant anteater?
That's right.
Suppose I had to be a little more specific if I picked just
If
anteater.
you would, player 3.
If you would, player 3.
College football for 400.
Term for a player who isn't recruited, but just ambles onto the field to try out.
Well, I never played college football.
Here's what we were looking for.
A walk-on. Why not a walk? Oh, wait.
Let's eat for 400.
It's the most popular flavor of Brown Betty. A serving a day might keep the doctor away.
What is an apple?
That's it.
Well, all right then. Hey, 12,000.
Over to you, player 1.
Okay, then. Let's try college football for 8.
Mississippi State is represented by this persistent creature named Bully.
What is a bulldog?
Yes.
Really?
Player 3, you choose.
Something tells me that I am not going to win.
College football for 1200.
The University of this state was the fitting 1999-2000 champion of the Big Sky Conference.
Okay, so it wasn't the University of Minnesota.
What is Montana?
Very good. You pick again.
Yep, definitely not going to win.
College football for 1600.
The Outland Trophy goes to the nation's outstanding interior. One of these. No, not a decorator.
What is lineman?
Very good. Player 2, your turn.
State trees for 400.
The Douglas type of this three-letter tree is the state tree of Oregon.
What is an oak tree? I guess.
No, and I am sorry.
It's not an oak tree.
What is the fir?
Correct.
Really.
If you
I
would,
picked oak
Player
because, well, I didn't know there were any other three-letter types of trees.
For 800.
Rhode Island picked the red type of this tree. Vermont got the sugar kind.
What we were looking for was this.
Damn.
Player 3, you're
Red
still
maple,
in
sugar
control of the
maple.
board.
I was thinking red leaf, maple leaf.
College football
Sugar
for
leaf.
2000.
An old oaken bucket goes to the winner of an annual football game between Purdue and this cross-state rival.
Purdue.
What is Indiana University?
Right.
Eh.
Player 2, your turn.
Let's eat for 800.
Like clams, corn can also be the basis of recipes for this thick, chunky soup.
What we were looking for was this.
Right. Oh, it was chowder. Would never have guessed.
You're still in control of the board, Player 2.
Connections for 800.
It's the element shared by water and carbon dioxide.
Oh, that's the kind of connection that I was talking about. What is oxygen?
Correct. Player 1, what'll it be now?
Yeah, let's go to connections for 12.
Answer, the Daily Double.
Player 1, please make your wager now.
No way am I betting it all this time. 2400.
Okay, here's...
First name shared by composer Stravinsky, helicopter maker Sikorsky, and young Frankenstein's assistant.
What is Igor?
Right, pick again.
Connections for 1600.
River that connects Lake Powell in Utah with the Gulf of California.
Here's what we were looking for.
The Colorado River.
Hey, you're still up, Player 1.
That's nice, Alex. Let's go over to connections for 2000.
It's the capital city, shared by the Ottoman and the Byzantine Empire.
Ottoman Empire. Byzantine Empire. Nope.
What is Constantinople?
Hey, you got it.
AKA Istanbul.
All right, Player 3, what'll it be?
How about state trees for 1200?
Ba-ding.
Delaware chose a type of this tree that's paired with the ivy in a Christmas song.
Is that it? Any?
What is spruce?
No, and I am sorry.
Really? Alex keeps saying that all of a sudden.
Here's what we were looking for.
The holly. What Christmas song?
10 years later for 1600.
Daily Double.
Answer, the Daily Double.
I actually called it.
Player 3, could we have your wager now?
6,000.
Okay, here's the...
Well
In
then.
1978, Bob Greasy was the starting quarterback for the Dolphins. 10 years later, it was this man.
Who
Bob Greasy?
is Dan Marino?
That's
Wow,
correct.
she actually got it. Man, almost caught up to
10
me.
years later
How about
for
the medals?
2000.
See, I told you I wasn't going to win.
In 1810, Napoleon was at the height of his power. 10 years later, he was on this island.
What is St. Helena?
Very good. You pick a
Wow.
All creatures great and small for 1,600.
Smaller ones of these birds are frequently called doves.
game. Okay, here's the clue.
What are pigeons?
Oh
Correct.
my
Pick
goodness.
again.
I actually had that in mind.
All creatures great and
Look
small
at
for
that. She's leading with
2,000.
17,000. I should have done the true
These
daily double.
dragons have been known to overpower small deer and wild pigs.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue.
What is a Komodo dragon?
Right you are.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Player one, you
Let's
choose.
go over to Let's Eat for 12.
Focaccia bread is brushed or drizzled with this oil before baking.
The only oil I can think of is vegetable oil.
Anybody?
What is olive oil?
Yes. If you would, player three.
Let's eat for 1,600.
To a Thai, they're banh mi. To a Filipino, pancit mami. And to a Japanese, ramen.
What are noodles?
That's correct.
Did I get it? I did get it.
Over to you, player one.
Whether it's a fruit or vegetable, it's the basis of pomodoro and marinara sauces for pasta.
What are tomatoes? Okay then.
Right you are.
Well, thank goodness for that. State trees are 1,600.
Thinking of this state tree of Texas makes you hungry for pralines.
Pralines? The hell are pralines? Let's let player 2 answer for once. I guess not.
What we were looking for
A
was
pecan.
this.
The final answer on this board is
Is.
Makes sense. The palmetto is the state tree of this palmetto state.
What is South Carolina?
Exactly.
Wow.
That's the end of the double Jeopardy round. Let's check out the scores, shall we?
Maybe.
exceptional, player one.
Oh, this is a pretty tight race. I have the lead by only $200.
It's that time, folks. Final Jeopardy. We're going to take a look at the category, then we'll give you a few seconds to think about your wager.
Law enforcement.
Go ahead, make your wager.
Law enforcement. Hey.
Here's the Final Jeopardy answer. Good luck.
This state police force developed from bands of Indian fighters who protected American settlers in Mexico.
State police force.
Let's see if you got the right question.
I obviously didn't. So I am hinging on
Player
player
2,
3 to
what
get it
was
wrong.
your question?
The Texas Rangers?
Player 2, I see that you like to live dangerously. But you're right. Way to go.
Wow. Well then. So
Your
it was the
question,
Texas
player
Rangers.
3.
Oh, jeez. The New Mexico Rangers.
Ooh, afraid that's not right.
Wrong.
Let's see how much that cost you.
Only 400.
Ooh, sorry. Your question, player 1, was...
And I came up with nothing, so I just wrote down a Rush song.
Sorry, no. What did that cost you?
Absolutely nothing. And that means I won the game.
A super effort from all of our players. This was a terrific game.
I thought so too, Alex, to be honest.
Congratulations to our winner who really racked up a tremendous score today. Player 1.
Hey, I have to say player 3 also racked up a pretty tremendous score too. It's like Brad Rutter said, someone gets the breaks one time, another guy gets the breaks another time. I was lucky enough to escape with a victory this time. Well, thanks to me betting nothing. So, next time I see you for Jeopardy PS2, I will be a returning champion with a one-game cash winnings total of $20,400. In the meantime, I'll see you all for game number 2. Hopefully pretty soon. Peace out.